Player 2 has joined the game.
News of the week, Sean?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Nintendo, walk me on a Thursday night at about 9:45 Eastern time. If you were on Twitter, you would have seen that Nintendo announced the Nintendo 2DS XL. The trailer should hopefully be playing right now if I remembered to do it. I'm kind of going to be tired when I'm editing this. A 2D. So they announced they brought out the 2DS maybe a year and a half ago. I have no idea. 2 years ago. Made sense. It was $79.99. Can play all the 3DS games. It just didn't have the 3D capability. But it didn't fold. So it's just this big, weird, like TI-89 kind of calculator thing that just never looked or felt right. And I always thought that was just weird. And I understood why they did it. You can play a lot of great games for a cheap price. If they would have put this out, I wouldn't have waited for Jess to surprise me with a 3DS. I would have bought a 2DS XL off the bat.
Yeah.
While I love my 3DS, 3D is always off on it. Do you ever play with it on? I mean, you probably hardly.
I would turn it on occasionally, and then after about 10 minutes where I just get sick of playing like this, and if I happen to do this,
right, and they're like, oh, wait, I got
now I can't see anything anymore. Like, I just get sick of that, and I turn it back off.
So, it $149.99, coming out July 28th, I believe it is. The trailer would have told you if I remembered to post it. And if you're listening on audio, you should go to youtube.com/2playercoop. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share with your friends. What? Am I crazy, or did they just launch the Switch like a month ago?
You are not crazy.
A month and a half ago, whatever it's been now. 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months.
It's basically been 2 months because it was March 3rd. 2 months ago. Hey, everybody, here's a new portable Nintendo. What the hell? Why? My comment here in our notes is Nintendo 2DS XL dash wait, what? Explain this to me. Like, how about you just work on the Switch and give us a virtual console?
Yeah.
How about you tell us what the freaking online thing is going to be? How much it's going to cost? What the free games are? How that all works? Like I said, this thing called the virtual console, what the hell? Their eShop is horrible right now. Good luck finding a game you want to play.
Yeah, that was just trying to find this stupid
Puyo
Puyo
demo.
Demo. I couldn't find it.
Right. What are they doing?
I don't know. I mean, who's this? Who's in the market for this? How much is a 3DS right now, by the way?
The new 3DS XL is still $199.
Is it really?
So you save $50. That's what I'm saying. And it actually looks good. The one that's like charcoal with the blue buttons, I like blue. The other one that's like white and yellow is a really weird combination. Yeah. It's not even yellow. It's like a yellow-orange. New word.
Yeah, it just seems...
It's claimed, like it is. If you haven't seen it, well, I mean, you saw it, so now you see it, but now you don't. It's a 3DS without the 3D is basically what it is.
Basically, yeah.
It still flips. It's still got the same size screens as the 3DS XL. Somebody put up a graphic. Let me see if I can remember it all. Nintendo DS. Nintendo DSi. Nintendo DS Lite. Nintendo DSi Lite. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
3DS. New 3DS. 2DS. New 3DS XL, new 2DS XL. I mean, they're selling the systems. If you're watching this, go add up all the systems sold for that and hit the comment section below. Let me know how many systems of all those DSs that they sold. 200 million, probably. Something ridiculous. It's actually probably more than that. They sold 35 million 3DSs. The original DS... they sold a boatload of. I want to say they sold like 100 million or something. Maybe really? Across all the families. Like maybe they didn't get to 200 million with all those I said, but probably pretty close.
Yeah. I just don't understand who, after all these years, is like, oh, they're making a 2DS XL.
Now
sign me up. I want that. Like, If you really wanted one, you would have gotten it by now. You would have either just said, screw it, I don't need the one that folds, or screw it, I'll just get the 3DS and just never use the 3D portion. Who's going to buy this?
When you could spend $150... Now, again, $300 is a lot of money to a lot of people. So it's $400.
It was $300 on sale.
$320. But like you can get a Switch. Well, I mean, hopefully if it's in stock for $300 with one of the best games ever made, possibly the best Mario Kart ever made, and Ultra Street Fighter 2. I feel like we're the only two that are like really excited for this. I don't get it. It'll be interesting, and it's not even out till July when Street Fighter's going to be out by then. Splatoon 2 is going to be out by then. Like, I don't get it. I just have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, their whole goal with the Switch now should be, okay, after we put out all these Fire Emblem games that we've shown we're committed to, the 3DS is dead, and it's Switch, because that's what you sold us on with the Switch. Home console and portable console.
Right. We don't need two portable consoles with two totally separate catalogs.
Like
one thing to have the
was,
DS and 3DS, but
if Sony was putting out PSP and Vita games still, like what are you doing? Yeah. Like, let's make some more UMDs. People love these UMD discs. I don't know. I don't know, Nintendo. God, I love you, but man, you do some weird stuff. So last week, we predicted
spectacularly.
We almost nailed it. The Call of Duty World War II reveal trailer posted the day that we posted part 2 of our podcast last week. There were tanks. There were explosions. They touched on the story. It looked great. What else did we predict? I can't remember. I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and you should again, if I remember, you should be seeing the trailer here. If you don't, look at this beautiful WWE belt. Coming out November 3rd, that was confirmed. We already basically knew that from the leaks. What else here? There's going to be a single player campaign and a co-op campaign. Now, this is something that I'm kind of confused about because I've seen conflicting reports. The single player campaign, you will play as Red Daniels, I think mostly or exclusively from the 1st Infantry. The whole game is going to be Europe based between 44 and 45. You will have you'll storm the beaches of Normandy and you'll do the Battle of the Bulge. I had written down no co-op story details yet, but then I heard somebody saying that the co-op story is actually zombies, the zombies mode. The funny thing is when you see people going like, well, this isn't historically accurate. Like somebody, it was either Altano or maybe it was Marty Sleva at IGN was like, he screenshotted somebody that was like, oh, this is not historically accurate. Because they had said there's going to...
Schreier, I think.
Was it Schreier?
Yeah.
Yes, he said games are beautiful or something. Like, because they were saying, like, women will be in Call of Duty World War II, and somebody was like, that's not historically accurate. And actually, the Germans had women, but the U.S. did, or some... I don't know what it was. I don't claim to know. Don't get mad at me. I don't know history. But then the same guy was like, yeah, zombies in Call of Duty World War II. Like, what are you doing, dude? And there's going to be one new multiplayer mode called War Mode. Seems like seems like they're copying Battlefield 1 from what I know about it. But so we said before we saw the trailer, we were excited for. I said I was excited for Battlefront and Destiny right below it, and then Call of Duty way down here. You were just like, all you had was Battlefront. The game looks beautiful. Every Call of Duty game looks freaking beautiful, but you can do that when everything is very linear and scripted, and you don't have to build these big open worlds like Horizon or Zelda or anything like that. Right. Metal Gear Solid 5. Uncharted 4, some of those levels. What did you think of the trailer? Did it change your mind at all? Are you excited at all to go back to World War II?
It reminds me of... I don't see myself getting this game. But it looks awesome. It looks, dare I say, fun. Again, I don't care about the multiplayer, but the single-player campaign. It reminds me of, I think it was it Battlefield? Some game that we used to play, shout out to Brent and Jason if you're watching / listening.
You better be.
At our LAN parties way back in the day. And I want to say it was Battlefield 1942 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you basically got to, I don't know if it was part of. I don't even know if there was a single player campaign. Now that I think about it, if there was, I don't think I ever played it. But there was a multiplayer level map, what have you, that was essentially Normandy. And one side was up on the beach and one side was storming the beach. And it was just so cool. And that's what, I know I'm dating myself here, but that's what this makes me think of. And I'm sure it'll be
so
very
it's kind of
intense.
nostalgic.
Yeah, it's actually nostalgic for me. But other than that, to me, it's not enough for me to get the game. It looks cool, but
It looks great. I'm sure it's going to control immaculately. I'm sure it'll be the best-selling game of the year. I think this will be, I think Call of Duty's kind of been trending down. I think this is the year it goes back up. But again, it's... like I said last time, from one stupid 2-minute teaser of Destiny 2, I care more about that world and more about the longevity of that game and everything than I do about this. I just don't... I don't care. Maybe it would be a great story and it would hook me like Black Ops did, but I doubt it. You know?
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Does look beautiful though.
It does look beautiful. You know what else was a beautiful game?
What's that?
Resident Evil 7. However, Not a Hero has been delayed from IGN. Quote, we were working very hard to get the DLC ready in time for the spring release, and we got close to completing the game content, says Kawata. Our aim is for this content to match the high quality of the main game, so we need more development time in order to achieve that goal. However, in light of the incredible reception to the release of Resident Evil 7, we concluded that this DLC was not good enough to meet those high expectations. This is from Nakanishi. Sorry, I didn't say that at the beginning. Rest assured, we'll use this time to create something our fans will love. I'm super excited to play this. Some people are thinking this delay has to do with the whole conspiracy theory thing about that character. We won't spoil it.
No.
That character that shows up at the end and how it might not really be him, which I think you hinted at in our spoiler cast, that you weren't sure if it was actually him.
Yeah.
It might be that other guy that's been in the series.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's that. I think it's just, again, like I don't mind delays with games. So I shouldn't mind delays with DLC, especially when it's free DLC. I've moved on from Resident Evil 7. I don't feel like I need to play Not a Hero right now. You know?
Right. I think this will probably reinvigorate my whatever for this game. Like, I played it. I loved it for the most part. I absolutely loved it in the beginning. And it definitely went downhill later on. Once I almost wish it wasn't a Resident Evil game, because you don't need to do all this stuff
tie it all
at the
together.
end. Yeah, like I thought that was a fantastic game for the first.
The first 2/3 of that game were
honestly the first like 25, maybe 10% of the game, 10 to 25% of the game was just unreal, unlike anything I've ever played.
The first hour, yeah.
And then for the most part, yeah, the first 2/3 of the game was still awesome. And then at the end, it kind of, I wouldn't say it falls apart, but
it just kind of turned into more Resident Evil 6.
Oh, right, yeah. But I'm looking forward to the DLC. I hear, what he said. I'm like, oh, that's admirable. You want to make sure that it lives up to the quality, yada, yada, yada. I'm just so jaded by all these delays. I'm like, just bullcrap. You didn't get it done. Don't say, well, we want to make sure it's up to the high standards that you didn't get it done. Right. It's not done in time. You're delaying it. Just, I don't know. I don't really care. Like you said, I rarely even think about this game. I kind of forgot the DLC was coming until we started talking about it now. So eventually it'll get released and I'll be like, oh, cool. I'll check it out. I'll play it. I may love it. I may be like, man, that was entertaining, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it'll get released when it gets released, and I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it getting delayed. But
yeah.
I
think it almost might make me want to go back and play it again.
I was thinking about it. I do want to play through it again.
I don't need to take my time as much as I did now, because when you get to those, there's not going to be as much exploring. It might be more like I could probably beat this game in 7 or 8 hours instead of 13 or 14, whatever I spent on it.
Yeah.
But still, I still feel like even though I know everything that's going to happen, that first hour is still going to be perfect. Yeah. And that first hour or so after the next part is still going to be the scariest freaking thing, like when you've got Jack just hunting you down and everything. By the way,
I've never experienced anything like that in a game.
we almost experienced it at the WWE pay-per-view last night, but
Wow. Yeah.
that was way worse. That was like a 1 out of 10. Resident Evil 7, like we said, 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10, something like that.
Yeah.
The House of Horrors, you almost made me quit you forever, WWE. That was garbage. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has a release date, September 19th. Yeah, you burned me on Street Fighter V. I don't really care about this. I'm way more excited still for a 25-year-old game in Ultra Street Fighter 2 than I am this. We got some more character reveals. So here's the Marvel characters we've got so far. Captain America, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Rocket Raccoon, Thor, and Ultron is the bad guy. I guess he's actually Ultron mixed with Sigma. They like form. It's Ultron Sigma is the bad guy. Don't ask. The Capcom characters are Chris Redfield, Chun-Li, Mega Man X, Morrigan from Darkstalkers, Ryu, or Ryu if you're wrong, Sigma, like I said, and Strider. Does this game tickle your fancy at all? Did you play any of the Marvel Capcom games? At first, I never liked them.
Not since like
one.
The arcade.
Yeah.
Like way back then.
I was always turned off by them from the beginning because I didn't like the whole tag team thing. I was like, I like my fighting games to be one-on-one. That's why I never got into King of Fighters either. Even though SNK makes really good fighting games, I never got into it.
Right. I don't know. I mean, how many more characters are coming?
I don't know.
Because the Capcom lineup looks a little weak to me.
But again, they are doing what we were worried about. I don't know if y'all were worried or not, but the Marvel characters are going to be the MCU. There's not going to be Wolverine, Cyclops, Magneto. That's crap.
Yeah.
Berserker Barrage. Are you kidding me? If it's not there, I'm not playing the game.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I would rather be the full Marvel lineup, but Capcom lineup is...
You got to think...
I love Chris Redfield. I don't want to play as him in a fighting game.
It makes no sense.
Mega Man, I actually enjoyed playing as Mega Man back in the original Marvel vs. Capcom. So, okay, I could see that being fun. I don't care about Chun-Li. Ryu, you have to have Ryu.
Morgan's a good, because she's actually from a fighting game.
Morgan, okay. Strider, okay,
great game, but again, I don't get it.
And then Sigma, I don't know. I feel like you could have... It would just be weird to have just a Marvel fighting... I mean, it wouldn't be weird, but it would... This game needs to be a crossover. Like, I get that. I don't think a Marvel just AAA fighting game really works. So you have to do a crossover, and just cross them over with Capcom. Like, I get it, but I don't know. I would like to think this is only maybe
like
half of the final lineup, but they're going to keep it about 50-50.
Yes.
And when I look at the Marvel characters, unless you bring in a bunch of bad guys, which has never been Marvel's strong suit,
no,
who are you
not
missing?
At all. Right.
I could see...
right, if you're not doing the X-Men, What else do you have? Right.
I mean, unless you bring in...
Vision,
War Machine, Vision, Black Widow,
Spider-Man.
I mean, Spider-Man.
But that's all because Sony. I think Sony owns the rights to
I guess
video
there
games.
are quite a few characters missing.
I don't know if they can do so. If they can do
Guardians, all you have is Rocket.
Right.
You don't have Groot. You don't have
Star-Lord.
what's her name.
You don't have Batista.
You don't have
Drax.
Drax. Yeah.
They were talking on Podcast Beyond. What if they brought in
Winter Soldier? He should be in it.
Jack Baker and Marguerite Baker and the Baker family from Resident Evil 7. Imagine playing as Jack Baker like, welcome to the family, and you got a shovel and you throw it into Captain America's face and cut it in half.
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping this is nowhere near the final lineup, but there's almost nothing they could do with a lineup that's all of a sudden going to make me thrilled with this game. It could be fun, but I don't know. To me, fighting games, I'm excited for Street Fighter 2, but that's because it's retro. It's classic.
Nostalgia,
it's whatever.
And it's perfect,
New fighting games, I just can't really get into anymore. I don't know. I feel like their glory days have passed. but that's
agree.
just me.
I agree. Couple more items here, then we'll get to what everybody's favorite segment is. Actually, I don't know because I don't know. It's my favorite segment. We got some official sales numbers from Nintendo on the Switch. So in March, the Switch officially sold 2.74 million units. They wanted to sell 2 million. They sold 2.74. To me, that means they're outperforming. That's awesome.
To everybody, I think.
Well, no, because some people are still going to say, "Oh, it wasn't 10 million." So I mean, they suck. That's probably what Colin's saying.
Wow.
Oh, they underperformed. Breath of the Wild on the Switch sold 2.76 million copies. That means 20,000 more were sold than systems were sold. I don't get it, but hey, you do you. I don't know. Like, I wonder if, like, I don't know.
I mean, that'll correct it. I mean, by the time we see
it won't
April's
end
numbers,
up 102% attach rate.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, I think this is what I was about right. 1.08 million. I think I said probably.
That's a lot more than I would have thought.
Yeah, I said probably a million.
I would have thought 400,000.
Shout out to Bernardo. I know he played it on his Wii U.
Yeah.
So the total, the Breath of the Wild has sold 3.84 million units. Not a lot more to say there, except we're really happy. I'm glad. So 1 million people on the Wii U. What's 1 divided by 13? 8%.
1/13.
Thank you. 7-8% attach rate.
Yeah, about 8%.
Not high, but you got to think a lot of those Wii U owners make up a lot of those 2.74 million Switch owners. So
Right, yeah.
it's just tough to judge it. But Nintendo's off to a good start, and then you couple that with Mario Kart's day one sales and everything. I think Nintendo, I don't think they're going to be getting out of the hardware game. Obviously, never mind. It's way too early for me to say that. But through almost 2 months, they are off to a fantastic start, and I'm very, very happy about that. Go Nintendo. Last but not least, well, usually it is least, PS Plus games were announced. PS4, I'm sick of this crap happening to me. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm never buying another game that's on sale on PS Plus ever again. PS4 gets Tales from the Borderlands after I spent $1.50 on it.
Oh, it was that cheap?
Yeah, so I mean, it was basically free already.
It was like $6 or $7 or something.
No. And we get Abzu, which I do want to try that. However, I am kind of jealous of, we do have a few people that listen to us or watch us over in Europe. They get Alienation, which is a twin stick shooter from Housemarque that did, oh my God, I just drew a blank. One of my favorite games on the PlayStation 4. What is it? Resogun.
Resogun.
I would have rather had that, but Abzu, it's like, okay, I can relax and just swim around in the water and pretend I'm Echo the Dolphin or something. I don't know. PS3, never heard either of these. Blood Knights and Port Royale 3. Why are you still giving us PS3 games at this point? Cancel both of those and add one PSVR game for the people that bought PSVR, and you do yourself a lot of good, Sony. Vita, Laserdisc Defenders, and Type Rider. Those are both PlayStation 4 cross-buy. I have no idea what they are. But I'm sure they're just, fantastic games. Or they're not.
One or the other.
Yes. One way or the other, we're about to play the It's the Back of the Box Challenge. If you didn't know what the Back of the Box Challenge is, it's the game we end the podcast here every week on the Two Player Co-op Podcast. What this game is we take a previously released retail version of a game. We look at the back of the back of the backs. We read the back of the backs aloud to the other player. We bleep out any pertinent information that would give the game away or make it way too obvious. The other player then gets to ask some follow-up questions. We used to limit it to 3. I was listening to some old podcasts, and we're like, man, I've only got one more question. But now you can ask however many questions you want because the games have gotten a lot harder, and we bleep out like everything.
And everything's made up, and the points don't matter.
Neither do the rules. Breaking all the rules when we get together. Do you remember that?
Nope.
That song in the 90s?
Is that Paula Abdul?
No.
No.
Is that what I sound? Do I sound like Paul?
It sounded like a Paula Abdul song.
It sounded like something.
All right, I think you're reading first.
I'll read first. Nope, not commercial appeal. Talking about West Nile virus. Let's do this game. I almost said it out loud, and that would have given away the back of the box. Are you ready, Sean?
Yes.
I cursed my luck again as I slid down the blank's throat. Have my dreams of guzzling grog and plundering galleons been reduced to this? 3 small trials and you're a blank like us, they said. Fair enough. If only I could stomach the foul brew these scurvy blanks swilled, the rest would be easy. How could I have known I'd meet a powerful and beautiful woman with a jealous suitor too stupid to realize he'd been dead for years? And how can I crawl through this great stone blank to find a man who walks 3 inches above the ground and sets fire to his beard every morning?
Is this an arcade game?
No. I would love to know what you thought that was, though.
I was wondering
Primal
if it was
Rage
that.
or something.
No, I was wondering if it was that one game.
Oh, Dragon's Lair.
I kept thinking Dragon.
The
Age.
full
I knew
motion
that was
video
right. Yeah,
cartoon.
that's
Yeah.
what I thought you were.
You know, what year did that game come out?
Like 90?
83.
Oh.
My mind was blown when I heard that for the first time. I was like, holy crap. Talk about being ahead of your time. Yeah.
Pioneer.
I don't think it started hitting home consoles till there were CD-ROMs.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you couldn't, but.
But yeah, it was out in arcades in 83.
Okay. Is this a licensed title?
No.
Well, okay. Is it part of a series?
Yes. There's a sequel, but you would really... I'm assuming you know that. But you would think this
I
is
would
the
think
one
of-
you think of.
okay.
Yeah.
This is prior to January 1st, 2000.
Yes.
16-bit?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that, so now you know where it's played.
So it's a PC game.
Yes.
It's an old PC game. Did we own it?
We did not.
But we played it
Oh, yeah.
on PC.
Oh, yeah.
Did
I did. I'm pretty sure you did, too.
Randy own this?
I don't remember.
Where would we have played this game? If it's a PC game and we didn't own it. Is it like a point and click kind of game?
Not in the way you're thinking of. Well, I mean, yes. Breaking on the rules. I'm going to look that song up because that's going to drive me nuts.
So this IP did not exist before this game.
Right.
And it's a computer game that we didn't own. So you don't even know if I played it?
I know you played this game.
Okay.
Yes.
But not on our computer?
Definitely not on our computer.
What in the world?
This has come up one other time before. With Carmen Sandiego. I'll give you a hint. It's not Carmen Sandiego.
It is.
It is.
Um,
All it's coming up with is Ozzy Osbourne songs. Damn it, it's not Ozzy Osbourne. What was that girl's name?
So, is this played from first person?
No.
Okay. Is it played, I know it's kind of subjective, but is it a similar style game to like a Maniac Mansion Daily Tentacle?
Yes.
So that's what you mean by point and click, but not
right.
the way. Yeah, yeah.
Not like a missed point and click,
Right,
but you
yeah.
do point and you click.
God.
Technically, it is.
Well, no.
Technically, it's an adventure game.
Did you play as a human?
Yes.
Is it like Leisure Suit Larry or something?
It's not Leisure Suit Larry.
I don't remember this song.
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh, God. Wow, this sounds so 90s.
I just want to get to the stupid chorus. You don't remember this?
I don't remember this song.
Oh my god!
It sounds like every other 90s song that ever existed, though.
Jess
okay.
will remember that. Shout out to you, Jess.
I don't know where else to go with this.
You
I'm
know,
trying to
it's
think
a
of-
point and click like Maniac Mansion.
I know, but I can't really think of any other games like that. And you play as a human.
Yes. It's a LucasArts games, if that helps. LucasArts game, if that helps.
Oh. Is it Grim Fandango?
Nope.
No.
That
Is
wasn't
it the other one.
It's the other one.
You sure it wasn't?
No.
Then I was thinking of the other one. What is the other one? Crap. What is that game? Oh, it's this is gonna be like stupid Resistance the other week where I just couldn't think of the name.
I don't know that you're even on the right track.
No, I am because
this was one of my favorite games as a kid. One of my favorite PC games from like 10 to 12 years
because
old.
I remember
and I played the hell out of this in school. On
Oh,
PCs.
actually, no. Dragon's Lair isn't even the one I was thinking of.
Oh. Oh, damn it, shoot.
Is it Monkey Island? Curse of Monkey Island? Something like that?
It's close. Secret
of Monkey Island. That's really what I was thinking of way back when.
Really?
When
And I got you on the wrong?
When you talked me into Dragon's Lair. Because all of a sudden I'm like,
that was not an
wait,
arcade
no,
game.
I wasn't thinking of
I wasn't thinking of Dragon Lair. This guy with a helmet on and these dragons and this FMV
because that has
cartoon.
nothing to do with pirates, and that was pirates from the beginning. That was honestly...
You played the hell out of that game, right? Or did you not? I did.
I've definitely played it, but I don't know when or where or why or how or who or
where. Wait.
But that was literally the first game that popped into my mind.
Really?
And then all of a sudden I went down this Dragon's Lair path.
Well, but it was never an arcade game. That's why I said Dragon's Lair. So.
Right, yeah.
Secret of Monkey Island is fantastic. They put out a special edition on Xbox 360 in like 09 or 010, something like 010. 2009 or 2010, something like that.
Oh, God.
It's such a good game. And
that was a lot of fun. I like that game.
I liked it way better than I started Grim Fandango, or no, Maniac, no. What's
Day of the Tentacle?
One? Day of the Tentacle, and I was like, this just,
I couldn't get into it.
It doesn't interest me. It's fine. But it's not Secret of Monkey Island. Those games, those adventure games, it's just... I don't know. Monkey Island was the only one. And I can still remember the beginning. You start out in that town, and it's kind of like at night and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can picture it in my head. Oh, it was so cool. What the hell did you do to your case? Did you set it on fire?
No, I glued it. That's super glue that dried because I dropped it and it like exploded, so I had to glue it back together.
It's probably safe with a lithium-ion battery. Nothing wrong could happen there.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
This is an easy game.
This game keeps getting harder and harder.
This is an easy game, but I need to...
There's gonna be nothing you can even say.
Yes. No, there's plenty, but I do need to bleep out a lot. He thinks he's a hero, but he's not. He's blank, he's blank. He knows how to pick a fight. He's blank. As slick as he is deep, he's on a blank adventure to save the world.
You had to blank out adventure?
He's on a blank adventure to save the world. He's stretched to the limit of blowing away the
Is this
blank.
Booger Man? Really? Really? Oh my God!
It is just full. All right, I'm
You
gonna
said
read.
stretch, and
I'm
I was
gonna-
like,
even
there's
when
no like Gumby game, but I was like, you could stretch boogers and flick them.
Literally, this
I
whole
didn't look
thing-
this game up, but I thought about it because I was like, I've thought about
Chuck Rock. Doing it several times.
I thought about Chuck Rock, and I was like, wait, you already did Chuck Rock. What are all those other games I always think of? Booger Man. I think we already did it. I won't even look it up.
No, because
Oh
I
my
kept
God.
looking it up and I kept not doing it because of that. There's just too much to bleep out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. He thinks he's a hero, but he's snot.
Oh, okay. Yes.
He's mean. He's green. He knows N-O-Z-E, N-O-S-E.
Spelling lessons with two-player
N-O-S-E.
co-op.
How to pick a fight. He's Boogerman.
How to pick a fight.
Yeah. As slick as he is deep, and he's on a pick and flick adventure to save the world. He's stretched to the limits of blowing away the vile slime bags who are bent on sticking it to planet Earth anyway, every way, and everywhere they can. You're his first pick to help him rescue the whole world before it's flushed down the toilet.
Do they put like pick in like all caps whenever they write it in this back of
but
the
it's
box?
very obvious. Join the flick or be flicked race to pull the plug on the Boogermeister and his gang of filthy stinkers.
Does it say what year this came out? Was it 94? And was this only on Genesis? Super Nintendo didn't.
It was
get this,
Genesis
did they?
and Master System, but yeah.
This was on. No way. Then this was earlier than I thought it was. It must have been like 91 or 92.
Where is it? It should say right here. Oh, 94.
It says Master System and not Mega Drive.
Sorry, Mega Drive.
Okay. I was like, no,
Sorry.
no.
Yeah, not Master System.
It's like, how did they ever put Booger Man on? I that was a shot in the dark.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a pick in the
Do you know
dark.
who makes it?
Interplay?
Yeah.
It was? Okay.
They make like 3 games, but they're all like
Out of this
you always
world.
associate them with Interplay.
Except Clay Fighter. It took me forever to get that last week. That was the Back of the Box Challenge.
Good
hey,
job.
this has been episode 7. I didn't even say at the beginning. Or did I? Yeah, because
You
then I
said
went
it.
crazy and got all red-faced. This has been episode 71 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, it's been a crazy week or so. It is what it is. But to all you that have been here, thank you so much. All the new subs that have come over the last couple months or over the last week, whatever. Thank you. To those that defended us and everything, seriously, thank you guys so much. Like I said, we're moving on. Don't care. Sean's foot keeps popping up. But if you're finding us for the first time, we are part of the Nerd 901 family. Go to nerd901.com to check out all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Also part of the Nerd 901 family is Pixels and Papers, our friends Ernie and Derek. Check
We
them
still
out.
need to get together for a game night.
We do. We got to get together with our thing because we're trivia champs. We got to do that too.
Oh god.
And now we can drink beer again.
Yay.
My month sabbatical is over. God, that beer was so good yesterday, the ball game. Pixels and Papers, check them out. They specialize in RPGs and tabletop games. Check them out. They're on SoundCloud, iTunes. They're on YouTube now, everything. Give them some love. Speaking of YouTube, hopefully you're watching this youtube.com/2playercoop. If you're not, go there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Like I said, usually I always tell you guys to subscribe. Again, we're on a quest to hit as many subs as we can. That's all I'm going to say. By the time we hit episode 75, we're going to live stream that here in about 3.5 weeks. I guess we need to prep for that. Episode 75, we're going to live stream it. I think it's May 26th or whatever that Friday is. We're going to live stream episode 75, go through both of our top 75 games of all time, not in any order, just alphabetical. Well, I mean, it's an order, but it's alphabetical order. So be sure to tune into that. We're just going to hang out with y'all. We'll talk to the chat and have some drinks and have a lot of fun. So again, that's really important. Subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for being here. Again, of course, we have audio podcasts as well. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter. Nope, dang it. Well, we're on Twitter never mind. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and audio services all around the world. You can find us on Twitter. Like I said, I'm at Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. We also have a very important Facebook page that we never update at youtube.com. No, dang it! Facebook.com/2playercoop gaming. Go there and look at all our old videos that are also at youtube.com/2playercoop. Again, hey, seriously, like I said, it's been a crazy week. Thank you guys so much for being here. You give us the motivation to keep doing this. We love you. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being here for 71 episodes or for 1 episode or 2 episodes. Either way, thank you so much. Until the next time you see us, Sean, go ahead, take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Oh, it looked good.
It looked good. It was like, whoa.
It's 3D.
Ooh. Bye, guys.